Let's talk about regrets. We all have them. Sometimes the most painful regrets are the ones that have to do with relationships. We've met people, they wanted to say sorry to someone, but sadly that person died before they said sorry. Painful regrets. You wish you can meet those people and tell them, I'm sorry, I did this and that, but it can't happen at this moment. But don't give up. There's a way out. Just stay tuned. And then let's talk about actually what is a common regret for most of us. In this generation where we grew up knowing that dating is part of relationships, we get to the point where we find that we have baggage, we have issues that we carry from relationships. Most of us never got to get married to the first people we dated, so we dated a bit. And from those dating relationships, we have regrets that we carry. Some have left us in pain. Some have left us in fear of what you will become, what all this has meant to your spiritual walk, what disease you may have carried from that, and you are afraid even to go for testing. Some of that may be also shame. There can be a real shame that is even felt. Guilt. You may be feeling dirty. You may be feeling unworthy, useless. You may be feeling used. Feeling far from God. For those of us who are believers, maybe feeling you're far from God. And especially recently, there was an event that gave this opportunity for these things to happen. And you may even have, you lost your virginity, you lost your chastity, and you're feeling regretful. And what the enemy would want to do with those kind of feelings is to get you to the point where you feel you don't deserve of God's mercy. You think you're beyond being forgiven. You think God doesn't have anything to do with me. I'd better just give up everything and live fully as a sinner. You don't have to. That is a lie from the devil. Now, there's a concept we learned in Youth for Christ when I was part of that ministry, wonderful ministry. It was revolutionary. By the time I got to Youth for Christ, I had had experiences of dating and I messed up. Fornication, big time. But after getting this concept, it transformed the way I thought. It was under a program that we used to call Worth the Wait. And in that, there's a concept that was taught to us, a concept that is called secondary virginity or secondary chastity. This is the concept. I can decide at this moment that everything that is behind me is gone. I can't do anything about them. It's undonable. I can't undo it. So I don't have to live there. I don't have to deal with those things. I need to look forward. And sometimes that can be hard for people. You may not know how that forward looks like. But if you're a believer in Jesus Christ, you have resource in the Holy Spirit. You can ask, what is my way forward from this moment on? Okay. And then, that concept of I can decide from today, I want to live a pure and holy life. Leave everything behind. And from this moment on, I dedicate my body, my mind, my life to Jesus Christ. That can be equally valid like just being a real chaste person or virgin. Because it means much more to the one who cares about that chastity and virginity. That is God up above in heaven. So, you may have lost your virginity, you may have lost your chastity, but that doesn't have to define who you are and who you will be tomorrow. You can decide from this moment on, I want to be pure in my thoughts, in my mind, in my body. I want to dedicate my life to Jesus Christ. I want to live fully for Him with my body. From this moment on, I'm responsible from this moment on going forward, not what is behind, because I can't do anything about what is behind me. That is liberating. That is freeing. That gives you a fresh start. And that is available for every one of us. And that looks wonderful when you can't do it without Jesus. You have to have this Jesus for it to be sustainable, for it to make sense into the future. And we keep, the way we've come to think of God, and especially Jesus, is one thing. But the way the Bible describes Him is quite in a different light and perspective. For example, in Matthew, we hear Jesus saying, a bruised reed, Nyasi, a bruised reed it cannot break. It can't, this is bruised, let me break it. No. Imagine what that means in the context of a human being being the reed. You're broken, but He will not break you fully. He will heal and mend you. We are told He will heal the broken-hearted. Are you? There is a healer, one woman's heart. And then we also are told that he will not put out a flickering candle. You know, the candle it's about to go off. Jesus is not the one who will come and say, be gone, you're disturbing me. No, he will try to protect that flame and blow it into full light that can help someone around them. That's what Jesus wants to do with you. So you may be feeling you're like a flickering candle in the wind. Jesus won't put you off. He wants you to be the light of the world. And then, you know, there's some relationships, even currently, before you make this chastity, secondary virginity call, you need to say no to. You need to say goodbye to. You need to make that call. You need to send that text. You need to meet that person in person and tell them, no, I've made a commitment. My life in the future will not include you because you're not good for me. Will it be easy? No. But will it be worth it? Absolutely. May the Holy Spirit help you do that.